Hi, this is Heather from Carseat blog and carseatsite.com. My buddy Romeo here is going to help me show you how to properly harness a child. Now this goes for babies or toddlers or even bigger kids, but right now Romeo is a baby, so that's who we're going to focus on. So I've got his harness loose, and what we're going to do is just focus on how to buckle him in properly and then make sure how to tighten the harness. So first we're going to buckle him in. We just take the harness and just slip it over his shoulders like so. Whether you do the chest clip first or you do the buckles first, it doesn't matter. You can do it in any order as long as everything gets buckled. We don't want to buckle just the bottom buckles, and we don't want to buckle just the chest clip. Everything has to be buckled in order for it to work properly and safely. Next, what we want to do is snug up the harness. We don't want to have any loose straps, so we're going to make it snug as a hug. So what does that mean? Well, we're going to take the tail end right here. Most seats have this pull strap down at the bottom between the child's feet or between the knees as the child gets older. So what we do is we just take that and pull it. You may be able to pull it just in one straight shot, or you may have to tug, tug, tug at it. It just depends on the seat and the way the harness adjuster works. So on this one, it's a smooth pull. So I just pull it smoothly until it's in a nice straight line over both shoulders. Now to check and see if it's snug enough, I'm going to try and take a pinch above the chest clip. So above the chest clip, if I can take a pinch like this, it's too loose. So I can take a pinch, so I'm going to keep pulling on this harness adjuster. So I'm just going to keep pulling small little pulls until that pinch goes away. And now I can't take any more pinches, so I know that it's snug enough. Next, I'm going to move the chest clip up into armpit level, and that actually I'm pulling up from the hips, and I'm getting a little bit more slack out, so you can see by pulling up at the hips, I've got a little more slack, and I'm taking a pinch on each shoulder, so I need to make just a little bit more of an adjustment, just like that. And because Romeo's a doll, he's really squishy, so it's a little bit different than it would be on a real child who has kind of a firm body. So even though it's just a little bit, I can take a little bit of a pinch on a real child, I wouldn't be able to take a pinch because they would be firm underneath. So the harness is lying in a straight line. There we go. Chest clip is at armpit level. Everything looks nice and snug. Snug as a hug. It's all nice and straight. There's no looseness at the hips. And that's the way a proper harness should look. Now, let me show you something that can happen when I loosen the harness. I'm going to start over basically. And I always show this to my new parents because this is what can happen if you don't pull up on the harness as you tighten the harness. So I can get the harness super tight just by pulling on the strap. And you see how tight it is right up here at the shoulders? But look how loose it is at the thighs, over the hips. So that's why you always need to pull up on the harness as you tighten. Because if you don't, you can get it super tight at the shoulders, and there can be all sorts of slack down here over the hips. So always pull up on the harness. And now I'm getting a little bit of a fold here at the hips. There we go. So always pull up here above the tummy and snug, and just keep doing that in small increments to pull that hip slack out. There we go. Nice and snug. And that's what proper harness snugging looks like on a harness.